Hey guys, so I've been promised you guys that I would go ahead and swatch my stained glass collection on my complexion, and it's taken me a little while to finally set down, but this just had perfect timing. I'm not feeling 100%, and instead of maybe putting on makeup, I can just swatch, and then also you guys don't have to sit here and listen to my nasally voice at this point. So I kept the little booklet because this is a formula guide, and I figured it would be really helpful for me with each section that I picked up, that I could kind of give you guys a description about the section before we really went into swatching. I'm not gonna lie, some of the sections I don't quite remember what I picked up, but this little booklet is really helpful. They actually have the names in each section, and so I can just go ahead and like check off a particular shade that I have in each section in this palette, or in my collection. So I'm really happy to have this, honestly. And I just put all of my stained glass in this Morphe palette, and I believe I have them all sectioned off based on the type of formula. And yeah, what I'm gonna do is kind of describe the formula. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. I do have natural daylight and a little bit of artificial light. I will also bring my phone flashlight to kind of give a third perspective, and that's pretty much going to be the video. So what I'll probably do is start off with these smaller groups just to get them out the way, and then I'll end with these two bigger groups, if they are actually in the right order. So give me 1 second to figure out the names of each section, and then we will just go ahead and get started. In the first section we are going to look into, it's up here, which is the Vibrant Multichromes. These eyeshadows have colorful bases and bright shifting reflex. They deliver an impact multi-dimensional finish, and there are also pro tips on how to use the formula, but since I am just swatching so you guys can see the shades, we're just going to swatch them really quickly. That is that, and let's get the names. The yellow one is Throne, and then the more orangey one is Majesty. Okay, so this one is Throne, and this one is Majesty. So this is what they look like with just the natural lighting and just kind of my other library, or my other lighting. And then here is the addition of my phone. These are really pretty. So on this side, you see the yellow base, but there is clear blue and yellow, purple glitter in there. And the second one, it's more of a, I would say, an orangey yellowy base, and there is some green and maybe some gold glitter in there as well. So overall, really pretty. And yeah, those are the two shadows that I picked up from the Vibrant Multichrome collection. Next up here is the Hybrid Multichromes, and these are shimmery shadows with jewel tone reflux. They're buildable to allow for a slight wash of sparkle over the lid, or they can also be packed on for full saturation. They're versatile and easy to use for all ages and skin tones, and I picked up 3. The first one, which looks to be a little bit like bronzy based, is Mosaic. Then the next one that I got is Heriess, and the last one that kind of looks like Max Blue Brown is in the shade Chalice. So let's go ahead and swatch these. Alrighty, so these are 3 of the swatches. I will say off bat, these two look quite similar. There's only a slight difference between the two, but you can see they are a lot more metallic and smooth, whereas the other shade is a little bit more of a texture like they were saying that's more shimmery. These two definitely have more of a solid base, and they're also a lot easier for you to see the multi-chrome dimension. This is without any additional kind of artificial light, just the light in my ceiling and then my natural lighting. And here is my camera light. So as I said, these two are quite similar. They both have, like, I would say a brown kind of base, but there's definitely a purple green shift in this one, whereas this one's just an orange blue shift. So quite similar in the glitter and then also the actual shift. And this one is a lot more subtle. It has green, I would say purple and blue in there. Really, really pretty shades. And these, once again, are the 3 shades that I picked up from their hybrid multi-chrome collection. Alrighty, next collection we're going to look into is their jeweled multi-chromes. I, as you can see, picked up 3 eyeshadows from this section, and these are finely milled ultra rich pigments. They have a black base and intense color shifting reflex. They are packed with high pigment concentration, making the end result a saturated, vibrantly shifting shadow. So like I said, these are the 3. I'm going to show you guys the names, which are Crown Glass, Weld, and Sandblast. So these are the 3 that I picked up. Let's just get to swatching. And these are extremely smooth, extremely easy for you to see the reflect and the shift. Really, really beautiful. I'm just going to go ahead and get another swatch for each. So this is what they all look like without any, additional lighting as I've been adding. Let's get that additional lighting now. And as you can see, they're so beautiful, not only with the glitter that you can see, but also the actual base reflect. It's been quite interesting. So previous to, you would see more of the reflect in the glitter, and this one you see the reflect in the base shade, and it just so happens to have glitter in the formulation. So really, really beautiful shades we got here. And yeah, like I said, those are the 3 shadows that I picked up from the jeweled multi-chrome collection. Alrighty, so last of the small little groupings that I picked up is actually from the deep iridescent multi-chromes. So these are these 3 down here, and these shadows have a tan base with a bright color shifting reflect, an ideal option for medium to deep skin tones since they do not leave a white cast, which is commonly seen in the iridescent shadows, which I do have some iridescent shadows here, so I will show them for you all. Okay, so these are the shadows that I picked up, and let's talk about the names. So the first one is Ochre, and then I have Burnt Sienna, and then lastly I have Vermilion. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch in that exact order as I've been swatching in the order I've said the names for you all from jump, just to make it easier. These are the shadows on my finger. Alrighty, and these are really beautiful as well. Very beautiful shades. Now I'm just gonna get just another swatch just to intensify what I already got going on. Okay, so like I said, these are the swatches. And now I'm gonna add my phone flashlight. And like I said, these are the three that I decided to pick up from the Deep Iridescent Multichrome collection. Alrighty, so I realized I needed to reorganize. I reorganized based on the actual group type. Previously, I had just all of my old shadows that I had in the corner, but now I broke them up into the last two remaining groups, which these are the glitter multichromes and these are the glitter iridescent multichromes. I didn't break them up between they have like two types of glitter iridescent multichromes. I think they have like series 1 and series 2. I just grouped them together because they're pretty much the same type of product. So I'm going to tell you the names of the next group that we're going to look into and talk about the description. So these four are my glitter multichromes. These shadows have a varying level of base color saturation and particle size. Apply them on their own for an intense sparkling effect or layer them over other shadows for extra dimension. So like I said, these are the four that I have. I had these two previously and I picked up these two. So let's go with the older two first. This one is Glazed. And then this one is Emboss. Then we have Corrossion. And lastly, we have Foiling. So these are my four glitter multichrome shades. And let's get to swatching. I am going to go ahead and swatch them, hopefully in the exact same order that I just said them for you all, so that everything is easy. Alrighty, so this is what these four swatched look like without any additional lighting. This is what they look like with additional lighting. And yeah, like I said, these are the four glitter multichromes that I have currently in my collection. Alrighty, so this last section is clearly the biggest. I have the most variety when it comes to the glitter type iridescent multichromes. So these shadows have a translucent base and a sparkly finish that reflects intense color shifts when applied to the skin. They are multi-purpose and work great for a wide range of skin tones. So I'm assuming because they said multi-purpose, you can use them both as highlighters, inner corner highlights, maybe even blushes if you want. I don't really know, but multi-use, if you will. So I'm gonna start off at the top and let's hope I can say all the names without chipping any of these beautiful shadows. So this first one is Ripple. Then we have Tracery. And last we have Kaleidoscope. Those are three that I had previous to this last order. And then the last one that I had previous to this last order was this one. And the name is Sunbeam. Okay, now these are the couple that I picked up more recently, which starts with Gilding, Gloaming, Gleam, Glit, and Glisten. So I'm going to swatch as I just said the titles, so row by row by row, and this is going to be a long one, so give me a second. Alrighty, so these are the swatches, and I just wanted to show you guys the hand for these last couple. Just really, really pretty. Anyways, these are the swatches of all of those shades that I named before without any additional lighting. Here is some additional lighting. So yeah, like I said, these are the 9 shadows that I have that are in the Clionadh Cosmetics Glitter Iridescent range. So these are all the shadows. I don't believe I mentioned before, but I picked these all up with my own money. I did pick these up in about 2 different orders, which the second order was quite excessive, but it is what it is. And I think all of these shadows have their own merit and their own kind of uniqueness. There were definitely some of favorites in some of these duos and some of these little sections that I'm like, oh, this looks great. Like this shadow right here. I don't know if you guys can truly see it, but it looks like a unicorn. It literally looks like a unicorn is on my wrist at this point. The amount of pigment that came off of that shadow is ridiculous, and also just the color shift is just right up my alley with the different tones that are in that particular shade. So overall, I'm not in the position, or ever have I made it my mission to tell you all what to buy and what not to buy. I just wanted to show you guys what I personally have and show it to you on my complexion swatched. I find that there are quite a few swatch videos of Clionadh Cosmetics collections, but they're never on somebody as dark of a skin tone as me. Additionally, I do know that at the time of recording this, they are doing a collaboration with Emily Violet Marie that will be launching later on this month. And just in the event that you wanted to pick up some of the stained glass while you actually picked up a product or two from that collection, I wanted you to at least see different formulations that they do already have in their collection that I already picked up. So yeah, that's pretty much was the rhyme or reason for this swatch video. I do have other multi-chrome shadows. So in the event that you would like to see me swatch literally all of my multi-chrome shadows, just let your girl know. I have them already kind of pushed aside into different palettes so that I can just reach for it. I do want to do a couple of looks with this palette, and I would have done it in this video, but I just don't particularly want to put foundation or makeup on today because I'm not feeling the best. So hopefully in the future I will be able to create a tutorial with some of these shadows. Really, those iridescent, oh, those are just calling my name. So are these. They're looking very interesting as well. But anyways, and this one. I'm getting sidetracked. So many really beautiful shadows. I can't wait to dig into them. And honestly, I'm so happy that I kept this little booklet. It was so informative, not only on giving me the description, but I also can just take the time to like mark off what shadows I already have. I do remember really wanting to try the pastel multichromes, but those were all out of stock. So I would really love to like mark this up to see how far I've gotten. I know I haven't made a dent in the overall collection, but I don't think I can honestly ever afford to pick up all of the collection. But that said, I'm really happy they gave this to me. I will definitely be keeping this with my stained glass collection so that I can reference it. Honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and put her right in there. And yeah, that's pretty much all to this video. I hope that this was helpful and informative for you all out there who were interested in just seeing what Clionadh Cosmetics looks like on your complexion. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.